The Hannastown Resolves are an important part of Westmoreland County's early history. Our story begins not in Pennsylvania, but in Massachusetts. In February 1775, Britain declared Massachusetts to be in a state of rebellion. This followed 10 years of patriots in Massachusetts resisting what they believed was British overreach. It began with the Stamp Act in 1765, which Britain enacted to relieve debt incurred during the French and Indian War. Many American colonists declared that this was an example of taxation without representation. Parliament continued to impose more taxes on more goods. In response, dissatisfied colonists organized meetings, signed petitions, staged demonstrations like the Boston Tea Party, and established new provincial governments. Parliament tried to curb American defiance with legislation restricting colonial self-governance and sending British troops to enforce these acts. Tensions erupted on April 19, 1775, in Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts. British troops attempted to destroy American military supplies but were intercepted by local militia. Armed conflict between British troops and American militia broke out, causing casualties on both sides and leading the militias to put Boston under siege. The Revolutionary War had begun. Word of Lexington and Concord soon reached western Pennsylvania. At the time, Hannastown was the seat of government for Westmoreland County, which once encompassed all of southwestern Pennsylvania. In response to the conflicts in Massachusetts, citizens of Westmoreland County gathered and drafted the Hannastown Resolves, approved May 16, 1775. The Resolves protested the injustices of the British Parliament while remaining loyal to George III, the English monarch. There is no reason to doubt that the same system of tyranny and oppression will be extended to every other part of America. It has therefore become the indispensable duty of every American, of every man who has any public virtue or love for his country, to resist and oppose the execution of it, that for us we will be ready to oppose it with our lives and fortunes. They resolved to take up arms to resist British oppression and defend the Pennsylvania frontier from acts like those witnessed in Massachusetts. The Hannastown Resolves set the stage for creating the Westmoreland County Militia, which defended the region and supported the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. We do not mean by this association to deviate from that loyalty which we hold in our bounden duty to observe, but, animated with the love of liberty, it is no less our duty to maintain and defend our just rights, which with sorrow we have seen of late wantonly violated in many instances by a wicked ministry and a corrupted Parliament, and transmit them to our posterity. The Hannastown Resolves followed in the footsteps of earlier writings, such as the Suffolk Resolves in 1774, that allowed colonists to explain their grievances and plans of action. Other resolves, including those written in Mecklenburg and Tryon, North Carolina, also followed Lexington and Concord. Grievances went unanswered. A year after the Hannastown Resolves, the movement toward independence was underway. In July 1776, the Declaration of Independence stated that the colonies would be free and independent states. While the original document was never found and the original signers unknown, the Hannastown Resolves circulated in the Pennsylvania Gazette, preserving them to history. Today, the Hannastown Resolves are remembered as an example of resistance in western Pennsylvania during the Revolutionary War and considered by some to be a precursor to the Declaration of Independence. Discover more about this history at Historic Hannastown.